Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Brandon Hodge. So this episode of WWE News and Rumors is brought to you guys by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, go through SeatGeek, use code HODGE, just my last name at checkout, and you'll get $20 off your tickets. This is for first-time orders only, so you can just make a new account if you made an order through SeatGeek before. But ladies and gentlemen, use code HODGE on SeatGeek, and you'll save $20 off any ticket for any event absolutely in the entire world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to kick this off with the first and only confirmed news story of the day. It's about CM Punk. So I know it's been a while. I guess today is like 8 days. It's over a week since this happened. CM Punk is now back in the WWE. It's just hard to believe because the guy is literally, well, everyone when they leave WWE said they're never coming back. And then everyone's like, never say never, which just infuriates you because you're like, he said he's not coming back. Don't say never. He's never coming back. But fast forward 10 years later, and CM Punk is back. So basically, this confirmed news story is, ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk, should be no surprise, CM Punk is now the #1 merch seller in all of WWE. So this is basically just WWE shop because I don't think his shirts are on the shelves yet to buy at shows. But basically, CM Punk has the #1, I think #2, #3 spot for merch. Like, he's literally taking all the spots. I think the most sold is the kids version of his new t-shirt. #2 is like the men's, #3 is the women's. And I'm sure now that they released the hoodies, now just recently, the hoodies are going to be taking that spot. And right behind him at like the 4th most sold product is LA Knight's shirt. So LA Knight's still like #2 person, like the 4th product or whatever. But CM Punk #1, absolutely no surprise there. CM Punk's always had really cool shirt designs, I do have to say. And personally, I hope they re-release some of his old designs that you can currently buy, because I don't have any of the old designs anymore, unfortunately. But I would love to get some. But we'll have to wait and see about that. But ladies and gentlemen, your #1 merch seller in all of the WWE is CM Punk. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so believe it or not, that's actually the only confirmed news story to talk to you guys about today, so you know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, go and get your juice boxes out. Get your juice boxes ready, because ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. Alright, the first rumor of the day is also going to be, of course, about CM Punk. I feel like CM Punk is dominating what everyone is talking about in all of wrestling. It's just CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. Some people may be getting sick of it, but I mean, it's still exciting. It's still has people's attention. It's still like shocking to people. But this one is about CM Punk, specifically about his return. Who made the decision about this? A lot of people want to like point and say, did Vince McMahon have something to do with this? Did Vince McMahon think this was best for business? Of course, if you don't know, Vince McMahon is no longer running the WWE. WWE has been sold, which is still also crazy to think about. It's just been a crazy year, guys. But basically, 2023 has just been a crazy year for wrestling. I just have to put that out there. It's just been like absolutely nuts. But basically, no, Vince has no control over that. He wasn't even asked about this. This was a purely Triple H as well as a Nick Khan decision. If you don't know, Nick Khan is like I don't know his title anymore now that they've changed, but it's like the vice president. Is he like the talent relations guy, or is he like the head? And he's the vice president of all of WWE, right? Is what Nick Khan is. He's the vice president of the WWE, and then Triple H is the head of creative. So I don't even know who's doing talent relations anymore. But anyway, it was a decision between Nick Khan and Triple H to bring CM Punk back to the WWE. And I mean Nick Khan, don't confuse him with Tony Khan. Those are two totally different people. All right, the next rumor of the day is going to be about Drew McIntyre. So we talked about in the last news episode with the whole CM Punk return thing, the same night CM Punk returned after the War Games match, after the War Games show ended, so Survivor Series War Games. Drew McIntyre actually stormed out of the building. Everyone's like, oh my God, he must hate Punk. CM Punk must have triggered this guy or whatever. And it's like, well, this guy's so upset just because another guy returned. What's going on? But basically, the Drew McIntyre thing apparently was not about CM Punk. So what this rumor saying, the Drew McIntyre thing was unrelated. It could have been something that happened that night. But I've heard some rumors saying that it was something personal with Drew McIntyre, maybe a family problem or something like that, which is frankly none of the wrestling fans' business. But all we need to know is Drew McIntyre, everything is okay. Of course, he is back on TV. He's back doing house shows and everything. It's not like he's walked out in the company or anything like that. Drew McIntyre is completely fine. It was just like a one-night personal problem probably, and I wish the guy the best. And yeah, Drew McIntyre's contract is actually coming up soon. On a side note, hopefully he resigns, but if not, Drew McIntyre will be leaving the WWE like within a few months. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. They've tried, but they just haven't come to an agreement on a contract. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. All right, the next rumor. The next rumor is going to be about Miss AJ Lee. So AJ Lee, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully everyone knows who AJ Lee is. She was a former women's wrestler. I mean, she was not a diva, but she was like in the Divas era, so she's like the Divas champion and all that, but she was definitely not a diva. She was more of a women's wrestler. So since then, everyone has basically wanted AJ Lee to return because she's retired and all of that. And of course, this is all being fired up. If you don't know, CM Punk and AJ Lee are married. CM Punk mentioned AJ Lee on WWE television. The crowd went crazy, and now social media is going crazy, being like, when is the AJ Lee return happening? When is AJ Lee coming back? I don't know if she actually has a desire to wrestle more or whatever. I really don't know. I know she's doing some side things. She's like a writer and doing all kinds of stuff on the side. But she has a lot on her plate. I don't know if wrestling is something she want to add back to her plate. But we'll just have to wait and see. But AJ Lee return, when could this happen? I think if it is happening, it might be at the Royal Rumble. I mean, it might be at the Royal Rumble. I don't know if she want to get back in there since her husband's back in there doing it, but he's been in AEW and she hasn't been in AEW. So I really don't know if this is going to correlate, but maybe AJ Lee will come back. Of course, she left on a lot better terms than CM Punk did because she actually retired and just let her contract expire and all that. But AJ Lee return might be happening. If it's happening like in 24, I would probably put my money on the Royal Rumble because the Royal Rumble entrance, it's not like a thing where she has to like show up and wrestle like literally a full-time schedule. She could just come for one night and it would be fine. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Anything can absolutely happen there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and this is actually sad. Let's have a little crying session, guys. Because this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the fun room, and the final thing we're talking about inside this video. Also gonna be about CM Punk. So I'm sorry, just CM Punk's dominating everything. We have to talk about this guy. So now that CM Punk's back, there is a lot of matchups we can have that we couldn't have had before, or we weren't ready to have before. So CM Punk, there's a whole like new locker room there that he could wrestle. There's a whole lot we could go on. We have the champion having faced Roman, which apparently is on the table, is on the plans. And have CM Punk versus Roman Reigns after Punk's there and established a little while. You can have him feud with Seth Rollins, which is apparently going to be his first feud, according to the rumors, and he might take the World Heavyweight Championship from him. I don't know. But one CM Punk feud that we've wanted for a very long time, that we definitely could have had before, but the other party was not ready to step back into the ring. Of course, I am talking about CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, you're looking at me like I'm crazy, but Stone Cold literally just wrestled like a few years ago. He came out of retirement. Like Stone Cold retired like a long time ago, but he came back for WrestleMania. What was it? WrestleMania 30. What was it? 38. WrestleMania 38. Yeah, it was WrestleMania 38. It just took me a minute to remember what WrestleMania we're even on. So it's literally like a year ago, because we just had WrestleMania 39, but WrestleMania 40 is coming up, so almost 2 years ago. But yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin could definitely have another match. CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin was definitely always a dream match for a lot of people, especially not necessarily so much about the match, but more just about the promos building up to the match, the trash talking, the promos they would do would be absolutely incredible against each other. So CM Punk versus Stone Cold, it might happen. It is possible. It's not like one of these situations where it's like, no, Steve's not able to get in the ring anymore. Steve's not interested in wrestling anymore. He's not around anymore. It's nothing like that. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Punk could definitely happen. And you could have CM Punk on like the Stone Cold show they do on the network and have him do like that and start the feud there, or a trash talk a little bit there and build something up. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin is definitely a dream match, and is actually a dream match that is possible, which you can't say that about many dream matches. Most are like unachievable, but this one is actually possible to happen, and they're actually in talks about it. Apparently, now take this part with a grain of salt, but the rumors backstage are saying that they have discussed this, and they've actually talked about this with CM Punk, and CM Punk's on board. They just have to talk to Stone Cold, which is definitely the main thing there. But we'll just have to wait and see. But take that with a grain of salt. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But this match might happen at WrestleMania 40. Might, and that would be so cool. And guys, just imagine if we had Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Punk at WrestleMania 40, and then we also had Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania 40. 2 dream matches, 1 show, 2 nights. That would be absolutely phenomenal, but it's possible if everything lines up, the stars align. But who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. So there you guys have. That's actually going to do it for this episode of WWE News Rumors. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on all these news stories, rumors in the comment section down below. But ladies and gentlemen, I am your one and only undisputed king of vlog style, Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.